Alright, welcome here today to an on the road edition of a post-race analysis from the Dixie Vodka 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Oh boy, that was a long event. Coming back from my grandparents' house, that's why I'm in my car on the road back home. It's a later, time at night, obviously, because even though it was supposed to be an afternoon race, they had a couple lightning delays that lasted a few hours, and they couldn't actually get laps 34 on to the end of the race up until I think like 8:15 by the time they went back green again. So I've got a few minutes to talk to you guys here because I'm coming back from my grandparents. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the race. Okay. I thought the road was closed there for a second. Okay. Anyway, so what happened in the race? So we had a couple lightning delays, of course. Ryan Newman went for an early spin back at stage 1, and it looked like Ryan Blaney had the fastest short-run car, took the lead pretty quickly for about the first 30, 40 laps, and Denny Hamlin looked like he had the best long-run car all night. Denny Hamlin ended up going on to win stage 1. At the start of stage number 2, it was a lot of the same. Blaney was able to jump back to the lead once again, and Denny Hamlin ended up coming back to win the stage very similarly to how stage 1 ended up going. Obviously with stage 1 there were more cautions because of the multiple lightning delays and the Ryan Newman spin, plus the competition yellow. So all in all, well, I guess Ryan Newman's spin brought into the competition yellow. So there were 3 cautions total in the first stage, only 1 for incident. Then came stage 2. They didn't have a single caution for incident. They went the entire stage caution free. Played out the same. Hamlin won both stages 1 and 2. He was the first driver to do that this season. Now he's going to be the first driver to try to win it come stage 3. In the third and final stage of the race, it was pretty calm there until about maybe 10-15 laps. Well, I shouldn't say calm. It was a heck of a restart. And then about 10-15 laps in, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano got together. It looked like Logano tried to pull the block out on Ryan Newman. And Newman didn't seem to appreciate it that much. Going into the inside, it looked like he got in the back of, well, it didn't look like he did get into the back of Joey Logano. Up the track they went. That was the last caution for incident. Only the second caution for incident the entire race. And then on the final restart of the race again, Hamlin's pit crew was spot on, just like Denny Hamlin was for the rest of the night. Hamlin seemed to control the rest of the pace. Chase Elliott was making things interesting a little later. He was lingering at the top 5 all day. He was currently in second place. He pitted on that last green flag stop with about 50 laps to go. Just 1 lap before Hamlin was able to actually get to the lead, and then with about 25 laps to go, Denny Hamlin was able to get the lead back. Elliott kept the pressure on him there for a little bit. Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, they were both kind of closing in the late going, and then Blaney and Reddick started battling with each other. They started losing a little bit of ground and left it between Hamlin and Chase Elliott, and ultimately Chase Elliott ended up scraping the wall with about 5 laps to go back in the stage, or I should say in the race, and that pretty much gave Denny Hamlin the win right there because they stayed green again to the end of the race. Hamlin with the win. Chase Elliott was actually able to hold on to second. Blaney stayed in third, and Tyler Reddick stayed in 4th place. Great run for Tyler Reddick throughout the course of the day. He was consistently in the top 5 all night long, despite starting 24th. In the first 34 laps of the race, he was able to get up into about the 7th position, I believe, before that second lightning delay, and then, of course, had another great restart. Like, came out of that. Just a great run, all in all, for him. So that's pretty much all that went down. I'll take you guys through the finishing results of this one now that I'll be off the road at that portion of the video. Take you guys through how my fantasy team did, and that'll wrap things up. Alright, so now let's take a look at the finishing results here in this one. Denny Hamlin with the win, Chase Elliott 2nd, Ryan Blaney 3rd, Tyler Reddick 4th, Eric Almirola 5th. Let's round out the top 5 as I previously stated. Kyle Busch 6th, Austin Dillon with a great run in 7th, Christopher Bell 8th, William Byron 9th, and Brad Keselowski rounds out the top 10. Notable finishers as well. Michael McDowell with another top 15 finish, as well as Bubba Wallace has 3 straight top 13 finishes for, back-to-back top 15s for Michael McDowell. And for Bubba Wallace, he's finished 13th or better now in 3 of the last 4 races. And then the only DNFs that we had here in this one today was J.J. Yaley, and of course a couple accidents throughout the course of the way. Now let's see how the fantasy team did. So here's a look at the fantasy team now. Brad Keselowski on the team. He ended up getting into the top 10 there at the very end of the race, as we just saw. Kevin Harvick had a poor performance, outscored Logano by 1 point, who I had to put in my garage before the end of stage 2 because Joey was not having a good night as well. Was relying on Harvick. He was back and forth pretty much the whole day. He was running in the top 10 for a lot of the final stage, but ultimately had a right rear tire go down a little bit later in the race, so he obviously couldn't overcome it. He finished the lap down, and yeah, so not a good run for Kevin Harvick, and of course no stage points, so that was not a good usage, and we only have 3 usages of Kevin Harvick already left this year. You see 5 with Kyle Busch and 5 with Keselowski, 4 with Elliott, 4 with Truex. Man, we're using these guys a lot, but we're getting later into the year, so that's part of the reason, of course. And it'll be interesting to see how this is going to go going forth. We still have 14 races left in the regular season before this contest is up. But anyway, yep, Chase Elliott, second place finish. Definitely by far the best driver on my team, not only finish-wise, but points in total, because he had 15 stage points today. Really didn't get a lot of stage points for the second race in a row, but the finishing points just didn't seem like they were there outside of Kyle Busch, who did end up getting a top 10 finish. He finished in 6th place, if I remember correctly. And Martin Truex Jr. Did not finish in the top 10. He was running in the back half of the top 10 most of the day, kind of slipped back late in the going there as well. So that was that. And of course, Toyota won, so at least we got 10 bonus points for that because Denny Hamlin got the victory, but Kyle Busch did not perform as well as I would have hoped for. Got no bonus points for him winning either of the stages or the race. Denny Hamlin won both stages in the race. So I don't know if that rank is updated or not. I honestly cannot remember. If it is, we got lucky this week. Because I think we actually only lost a little bit. I think we lost less than 1,000, and it could have been a lot worse. I thought it was going to be worse. So for more daily NASCAR content, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, and comment down below what were your thoughts on the race that was last night, I guess, now that I'm finishing the recording of this. So what were your thoughts on the Homestead-Miami Speedway race last night? I thought it was a pretty good race overall. We've seen better races this year, but at the same time, it was a pretty solid race. Not gonna lie, outside of the lightning delays and that, but furthermore, hope to see you guys in the future. We got Bristol full race live stream tonight with a live realistic broadcast on NASCAR Heat 4 as usual, and I hope to see you guys then. And that's it.